What's good, it's Lamont Holden, also known as TheLetterLBeats, producer and professor of music, audio, and recording technology here at the University of Illinois, and this is Campus Culture Digital. Now today we have some very special guests. From Memphis, they've been around the country twice, showcasing and finding the best rap talent. They have 51,000 followers on IG, over 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. Shortly after celebrating their first anniversary, we welcome back of the class and their founder, Zach Hurth. How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Man, look,
Blessed.
this is the second year we've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's been a blessing to have y'all. It's been awesome. We've had the chance to really, launch a couple of careers here, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Tell us your story and how back of the class got started.
Man, back of the class really came because I was already shooting videos, but I was kind of like doing that by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And going up, me and my boy Moto, we had our own channel, and we kind of hit a ceiling on it, but I wanted to start doing something where I can incorporate other people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I came with back of the class, so I could work with other guys. That's why I hit up Swagg, hit up Frog.
Yeah.
We just been moving. We got another show, Jacking for Beats now, so we just adding to the platform.
How is Jacking for Beats different from back of the class?
Cause it's I don't know, it's like it's live. You really see if somebody can rap, if they can really perform, like you getting the whole mix. Cause with back of the class, we do different takes or whatever.
Yeah.
But with the Jacking for Beats, it's like you going live on the beat right there. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta show your skill.
So one of the big components of back of the class and one of the biggest differences between back of the class and Jacking for Beats is the desk.
Yeah.
So that's where you make the beat at. Like, where did the idea for beating on the desk come from? How'd you end up linking with Swagg to do that?
Cause that's what I was really doing in school for real. But I remember Swagg, we was in LA one time with his kid, and he was telling me he was in the band. I already knew he was in the band, but he was just telling me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang. So I sent him the video. I'm like, you think you could do this? Like, it was somebody else. It was like some old video, them beating in the class. I'm like, you think you could do this on the desk and do it? Be like, hell yeah. I'm like, okay. This the idea. And that's where it came from, really, because that's what we was doing for real. Like, that's where everybody started rapping.
Did you know it was gonna catch on like that though? Cause it kind of like touched the nerve in people because it's so raw and basic like that.
I want to say I knew, but like I was scared to do it because I ain't think it was. But I knew it was because it was so different. Like it's so creative. But I ain't know it was gonna hit like it hit. But I knew it was gonna be pretty successful though.
The way hip hop is understood, especially by people who aren't, native to the culture, it's like certain things they don't get, but you got something. If somebody from outside the culture goes, yes, that's it. Our dean of Fine and Applied Arts here, the School of Music is under the Fine and Applied Arts, and he and I have a good relationship, and we talk, and he supports the show.
Yeah.
Fine and Applied Arts sponsors the show. And so I was telling him about back of the class and kind of what we were doing, and the minute he saw beating on the desk, it like made sense to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's not native to hip hop culture, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I kind of knew, like, oh, this crosses over very well.
So it's an art. It's an art form for real.
Yeah. When we think about rappers, they worry about so many things when it comes to their careers. Maybe some of the right things, maybe some of the wrong things that do or do not matter, right? So at this point, you've worked with a few hundred rappers, right?
Yeah.
So from your perspective, when it comes to a rap artist's career, what really matters?
How you treat people. It ain't got nothing to do with the music. It ain't got nothing to do with how you look, how much money you got. It's the connections that you make and how you treat those connections. Because if you just, you take it like a rapper that got all the money, but they do bad business. Don't nobody want to work with them. You know what I'm saying? But you got this guy that he ain't really got all the money, but he got some. But he, you know what I'm saying? He go the extra mile with the ideas he got. He help you with your equipment. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really got respect for what you got going. You might be like, man, I'll fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? What you got? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got that connection, if you ain't got that respect for the people that you need, ain't nobody gonna want to work with you. Or every time you work with somebody, they gonna bust your head, and you gonna lose more money like that.
You said the extra mile when it comes to ideas, and one of the things I've heard you talk about is vision. And so when it comes to working with people, it's not just about your budget, right?
No.
Like, can you talk about the importance of vision and how that drives you and how creativity drives you?
Because that's how you catch people's attention. Like, everybody doing the same thing. So it's like, if I could get some money out of art, it's cool. But if you bring me something that everybody gonna want to rewatch and we gonna be a part of history together, I'd rather do it like that,
Yeah.
It's, because I really loved it. Like, I love the culture. Like, this all I did as a kid, like just watch rappers and anything rappers and movies, interview, so I really love the culture. I love everything about it. So I want to be a part of history. I don't want to get rich. Off of course you want to get paid, but my goal is to be a part of history. So we can do that together. You bring me an idea, let's do it. That's it.
I rock with that. It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
So what's the hardest part about creating this content? What's the hardest part about being a content creator?
The hardest part about being a content creator, Probably just getting people there. I think that'll be the hardest thing, because if you got the idea and you kind of already know what you're doing, then it's easy. You know what I mean? But just getting people to cooperate,
that's interesting.
That's it.
When I asked the question, because I create content as well,
yeah.
you know, and I do Boom Boom Room Productions writing camp down in Atlanta. And
I'll be seeing that.
Appreciate you. Thank you. It seemed, for me, the hardest part is a couple things, right? So people have valued your ability, and now you got to deliver.
Yeah.
And so for me, one of the hardest parts, and we create a lot of long form stuff. Our stuff might be 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying, at a time. To me, the hardest part is putting together a cohesive project and delivering on the editing aspect to make people. I want to over deliver. I want to give you more than what you even value me at. You know what I'm saying? And so once I have everything together and all the pieces there, I feel a little pressure. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, in times when I've been trying to work with you, you've been busy because you gathered so much footage, you got to edit. So I thought you were going to say the editing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we'll go do about 30 videos. I lock myself in my room all week, edit all week, won't pick up the phone, won't come out to eat, go 2-3 days without showering because we just working, you know what I'm saying? But the editing, that's the fun part. I like it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So Memphis seems to be staking their claim as the top city in hip hop. What makes Memphis artists so special?
Man, because that's where the sound you hear now origin from. Like, it's deeper than the artists that's there now. Like, hip hop really like got a stamp from Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Memphis really stamped hip hop in a way, you know, so it's like it just run deep.
If you know your history, like, a lot of times Atlanta gets the crown for trap music, especially because of the name of T.I.'s album, but 3 6 Mafia did that first.
Yeah.
And they from Memphis.
Yeah.
You got to give it up for that.
For sure.
Yeah,
it run deep. It's just in the roots. It's something in the water that, like, it's going to always be like that, in my opinion.
You got Drummer Boy. You got Jazzy Faye. Juicy J, obviously. A lot of Blame Swagg. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of Memphis producer talent that dictates the way the sound goes. Take Heat. Yeah, Take Heat. Yeah. So,
and the list go on. And then not even just the artists that's from there, like, it's artists from New York and LA and all that, but they collabing with artists from Memphis just to get the sound, you know what I'm saying? So it's just in the roots. It's just
Duke Deuce, I forget. And Duke Deuce make his own beats too, right?
I seen that.
Yeah.
I seen Hit Kid.
Hit Kid, yeah.
You know.
Name some of the hottest artists you've worked with on Back of the Class.
Derez Deshaun, CEO Trail, Gloss. Man, that's a lot, man. I got a thing on the spot right now. Glockiana, she going up too.
Yeah.
Like Payroll Giovanni in Detroit.
Oh, Detroit was crazy.
Yeah, Skilla Baby.
Wait, hold on. Talk about Detroit for a second, because you said how many videos y'all did in Detroit?
I think we did 31.
How many y'all usually do?
Around that. We try to get at least 20.
It just seemed like Detroit just teeming with talent. Yeah.
But it was people coming with people. So, like, we'll have one artist, but they had like 2 other artists with them that's harder that we already knew. We're like, go ahead. You know, so they was just accessible. Everybody was accessible. I don't know why everybody was so accessible, but they came and they showed up. Yeah.
So you got this new idea, and I like that, because not only is Back of the Class dope, but instead of just saying, all right, this dope, I'm gonna rest on that, you evolving, right? And so you still have Back of the Class, you got this new idea, Jacket for Beats, right? So talk about how that came about, why that's important, and why it's a little different getting on Back of the Class than it is from getting on Jacket
for sure.
Beats.
Man, like I said, like, we was really watching it growing up, like the culture, like that whole idea. If you know we come from Rap City, like that was the vibe I wanted to give off, because that's what we was watching. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came. But I always wanted to have, like, because I like the desk, but like we wanted something that had more like replay value, that you could like ride around in the car, listen to, you know, stuff like that. Like, the desk is so creative. Like, you gotta watch it. You know, like, you gotta be sitting back, you gotta be on your phone. But with the Jacket for Beats, it's something that you can kind of sort of listen to. You know what I'm saying?
We don't have a Jacket for Beats playlist coming, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
For sure. We working on something bigger than that, but
Okay.
We got some hard shit coming. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, bet.
I don't even want to talk about it because we ain't even pieced together yet, but yeah, it's on the way.
So speaking of what's next and what you can talk about, what is next for Back of the Class?
Man, just traveling more. Right now we planting the seed. We already planted the seed with the desk in all these cities, so now we planting the seed with Jacket for Beats. We're finna come up with something where we can travel on the road with both platforms. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's next. Is just doubling down. Yeah. Really, that's it. We got everything. We got the platform. We got the recipe. We got the artists. We got the connections. We got everything. So we just doubling down now.
Well, here at University of Illinois, School of Music, Fine and Applied Arts, we're glad y'all gave us a chance to do both here, and so we're excited for an afternoon of filming and bringing some great talent in, not only on campus, you know, the surrounding community, also Chicago, we got Kansas City, we got St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you joining us, Zach. We'll be back in a second with the producer that makes the fire beats on the desk for back of the class, Blame Swagg. Swagg, welcome, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. What about you?
I'm good, man. I'm excited the back of the class is here on campus, man.
Yeah, it's very wonderful to be back. I ain't gonna even lie. Like,
yeah, man.
We've been missing y'all.
We had a good time last night hanging out on Green Street, you know what I'm saying? Seeing what it do, see what campus town was like, man. You enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, I really did.
That's awesome, man. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your career as a producer, and how you got started with back of the class?
Very simple. Started making beats when I was in like 3rd grade. All my brothers did music, so just looking up to them, I just picked it up from them. And back of the class, I got on back of the class, of course, Zach Hurth. You know what I'm saying? Zach Hurth hit me up. He asked me like, he sent me a video of somebody beating on a desk in school and stuff. So I was like, that's dope, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? So we just went with it, tried it out, and everything went great.
So y'all been at it for like a year, right?
Yeah, full year.
I mean, that's fire, man. So what's it like working as a producer with major industry artists?
It's cool. It's cool. Like, a lot of artists that I work with that's like in the industry and got a big name, like we get we get a mutual feeling with each other. Like, it ain't no Hollywood type stuff. It ain't just work. Like, we actually building a relationship. So like every artist that I work with, I have a relationship with them.
And so I know one of the artists you work with is MoneyBagg Yo.
Yeah.
And you were working with him before he really kind of blew up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, basically, how I met MoneyBagg Yo, they did a tape back in the day called MGU, Memphis Greatest Underrated. And out of all 8 of them, it was MoneyBagg Yo, Black Youngster, Fynesse 2-Time, Big Homie G, and so on, other people. So out of all them, me and MoneyBagg Yo clicked the tightest, and we both had the same vision and we ran with it. Like, that's basically what it is. Like, we just came up together.
That's dope, man. So you got records with Fynesse?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Fynesse, and I didn't really find out about him until he got out. Right?
For real?
Yeah, but I really like his flow. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, he hard.
What's it like working with him? Yeah.
He very cool. Very cool. Like, he just want to work. Like, he working. He never relaxing or chilling, none of that. Like,
does he write a lot in the studio, or does he more have stuff already written?
Stuff Slick already written, but I'm pretty sure he go back and, update certain parts, because he wrote them when he was in jail. So, a lot of things changed like throughout the years. So.
Okay, dope. So you went to Tennessee State, right?
Yep.
And so you kind of had a campus experience.
Yep.
So I want to ask you, what's your definition of campus culture?
My definition of it, the usual, like everybody on campus kicking it, doing their thing. You got your different type of group of people, you know what I'm saying? You got your organizations who outside doing their thing. Really, me, I was in the band, so half the time I was at band practice, so I ain't really get the full thing of the campus culture type thing or the campus experience, because I was at practice, but the time when I was free, it was fun.
What instrument did you play?
Play percussion, snare drum, and bass drum.
And it shows in your beats too. Yeah.
Everybody say that.
So you went back in the class, y'all going around to all these different cities. A lot of times these artists, you never met them before. Right?
Yeah, correct.
How do you make a dope beat for artists you ain't never met?
Sometimes basically it really depends on the culture where you at. Like, Memphis got their own sound. Florida got their own sound. Detroit got their own sound. So with me being a producer, I'm tapped in with so many different cultures of the hip hop side. You know what I'm saying? When we go to these towns, I already have a beat in my head. Like, this what they gonna really fit on. So
last year when y'all came here, we had somebody who was really from New York rap. We had somebody who was really from the heart of Chicago rap, and then we had artists that was really from Central Illinois. Because nobody, if you ain't from here, you can't even begin to think like, what is the sound of a Central Illinois rapper, right? So when you sat down with those rappers last year when y'all first got here, like, what was that process like trying to figure that sound out?
I ain't gonna lie, it was different, but as I started catching on, I'm like, okay, this more like Illinois or whatever. So I just started catching on. I don't know. It just sometimes it just genuinely happen with me because I play drums. So once I get the feel of it, I just go from there.
Cause my bro, you don't miss.
Nah,
it don't matter which artist. It don't matter what city. It don't matter what style genre. You don't miss, man.
Facts. I ain't trying to miss.
Yeah. And I watch you get it. It only take you about 1 to a little second to get it together.
Yeah, really. After that first try, I'm like, I got it from here.
Yeah,
They do it.
So what's next for you?
Got a lot of projects. I just started my own label.
Oh, word. Okay, talk about that. Yeah.
One of None. I basically started out signing a lot of producers that I've been cool with. Like, a lot of them my actual real friends. We grew up together. Like, once I got my foot in the door, I was like, let me just create something where I can take all my people with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And came up with it, and we just been taking over. Like, right now, they got placement with, like, MoneyBagg, Matt Criddle, this Gucci Mane artist, and a lot of more stuff this figure to come out. I ain't gonna speak on it.
Okay. Well, that's fire, man. And it was really dope as you putting your people on, man.
Yeah. Most definitely.
So where can we find you?
You can find me on all social media, Blame Swagg, or type in YSTrackz, YSTRAKKZ. So.
Yeah. And I seen you active on social. You active on X.
Yeah. I mess with X.
I said, really kind of slick, funny, because you don't talk a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I'm really goofy.
Appreciate you joining us, Swag. We'll be back in a second with the videographer that makes the visuals pop for back of the class, Frog Eye Visuals. Frog, welcome. What's good, fam? How you feeling?
What's up with it, Lamont?
Not too much. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your career as a videographer, and how you got started with back of the class?
I started shooting videos about 5 years ago, in full time, about three years full time. I started with a phone, iPhone 7 Plus.
Yeah. Ooh, what's the specs of the iPhone 7 Plus camera?
That's when they first had that long, that long camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they first did that. They had the little portrait mode.
Yeah.
People thought they was cameramen.
Yeah.
So I just started with the phone, then eventually spent my check on a camera, real camera, Facebook Market.
What was your first camera? Your first real camera?
A Nikon 3300 or something like that.
Okay.
It's crazy. I met Zach at a party. Mine had a champagne bottle in his hand.
That sounds like Zach.
I didn't even want to walk up to him, but my mama was there. She was hosting the party for one of her friends. Okay. And she walked up. She was like, "That's Zach." I was like, "Yeah, that's him." I said, "Man, leave him alone. He chilling right now." She walked up to him. We got his number. Then he eventually called me to do another a video with him.
Yeah.
So since then, we just been locked in. And about 2 years in knowing him, he called me with this idea. Yeah. It was genius, so I couldn't resist it. I just had to be a part of it.
What's it like kind of discovering this passion on your own and now you going around the country with it? You know what I mean?
Man, it's the best part of traveling. Yeah. Seeing the world.
Yeah.
Cause seeing the world really open your mind to a lot of different new ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just keep you just wanting to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so in terms of working with back in the class, how has it changed your career as a videographer? Is the phone ringing more?
Back in the class really changed me a lot, really, because Zach, he handled more of the professional side of the business. Mm-hmm. I'm really just used to working with street people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just hit the DM, but Zach, he go through the managers and the artists, the personal assistants and stuff, email and all that. I'm not used to it, but he just showed me a different side of the business side, how to handle it, how to work with people, time management, working with a team also. Yeah. And y'all's team is like strong. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all get stuff done. The breakdown, the setup is efficient. Mm-hmm. The work looks great. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the things I really admire about y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love that part too. We don't have to worry about somebody doing their job. Everything's just natural. Yeah. Everybody hard working. We get up, handle the business, have fun too. Yeah. So in terms of music videos, what's some of the hottest artists you've worked with? I say Big Homie G, Pooh, Sheisty. K Carbon, she been going crazy. Yeah. Big Boogie. It's a few more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Yeah. I think whether it's a producer
whether it's a rapper trying to get to a next step, whether it's a videographer, you know, one of the hardest things is getting in contact with artists who are making moves. You know, what advice would you give an up-and-coming videographer on how to get in contact with artists who's kind of like on that next level, you know what I mean, but you want to, you know, increase your portfolio as well?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure out that, but the best thing that I could say, I heard Zach said a couple days ago, but that's one of the moves I do too. I hit up an artist that's around the big artists, work with them, show them what I can do. Bam, maybe he'll see it and, you know, they'll hit me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the best advice.
Okay. So coming back to Memphis, and I know this in Atlanta, this is a big deal, right? There's just one shot with the Benz Stadium, you know, behind, and everybody think, you know, that's the best place to shoot a video in Atlanta. Like, what's the best place in Memphis to shoot a video?
My go-tos are always downtown, nighttime.
Yeah.
When everything lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the Forum down there, Bill Street. Everybody outside.
Yeah.
We got a lot of graffiti walls. You know, people that love using graffiti walls. The FedEx Forum down there, the bridge. Everything really just downtown for me.
What's your go-to as far as like getting better at your craft, figuring out how to shoot better, just learning how to work the camera, frame rate, depth of field, all that? How did you get good at that? How do you continue to be better at it?
Really just getting in the field, just trying it out, learning and making mistakes, and just learning from each mistake.
Yeah.
It's really just gotta get out there and do it. You can have fun with lighting a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I love doing, lighting. Trying different lighting setups, playing with the fog machines, with the lighting. It's really, yeah.
So what's next for you?
Like I said, back in the class showed me how to work with a team, so that's what next for me. I want to build a team, jump into the production side of shooting videos versus just running guns.
Where can we find you?
Instagram, Frog Got Visuals, Facebook, Frog Got Visuals, everywhere.
Appreciate you joining us, Frog, and thank you to Zach, Blame Swagg, and the Back of the Class crew. This has been Campus Culture Digital, and we out.